Well, folks, as expected, Donald Trump just couldn't let it go. He couldn't let his Nobel Peace Prize loss go. He had to make a point at a press conference he had earlier today to talk about it, to rage about it, to melt down in front of members of his administration, members of the press, and of course, the entire world. And honestly, it shouldn't even be called Donald Trump's Nobel Peace Prize loss because he wasn't even in the running. He hasn't done anything that would justify him getting this award, but nonetheless, Maga thought he was supposed to. Regardless of all that, I want to show you some clips from Donald Trump's press conference earlier today where he talks about his humiliating loss. And before I do so, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It really does go an incredibly long way. I greatly appreciate it. Drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about the story. Without further ado, let's dive in. I do want to start here though, because this was Donald Trump's first response to the Nobel Peace Prize award. At 11:15 this morning, he posted on Truth Social, "Thank you to President Putin, who said that Donald Trump should have gotten the award." Now, President Putin is a murderous dictator who has been bombing Ukraine relentlessly for the past 2, 3, 4 years. So what he says about an award regarding peace is like Jeffrey Dahmer commenting on the law. That's an analogy I made in a video earlier today, and it's going to stick, because what Putin says means absolutely nothing. But the more concerning problem here is Donald Trump openly and publicly praising said murderous dictator on his social media platform. And that was his first response to the news. It's absolutely insane. But I do want to get into some of these clips where a journalist asked him, "The Nobel Peace Prize was announced this morning, your thoughts?" And then Donald Trump, instead of congratulating the winner, even saying her name, he went on an incoherent tirade. Just take a look.
The Nobel Peace Prize was announced this morning. Your thoughts?
Which one?
The Nobel Peace Prize. Your thoughts?
Look, I including a very big one, and I'm not sure, when you say big, it's certainly, I think, to the mind of most, the most important deal ever made in terms of peace. But the one we just signed, it's been signed, sealed, and it's going to start taking place now. It's already started. Monday is going to be a very big day when the hostages come back. But I made 8 deals, transactions of wars. One was 31 years going on. 10 million people were killed. One was 34 years. One was 36, 37. One was 10. One was just starting. 2 were just starting, actually, but they were well on their way. In the case of India and Pakistan, 7 planes were shot down. It was a bad one.
What? I know this is serious, and it's all very concerning. When Donald Trump speaks, it's all very concerning, but I can't help but laugh. Like, what on earth is he talking about? He's still running with this lie that he ended 7 or 8 wars. If you asked anybody in Trump's administration, including himself, to name those wars, they would probably throw you in jail. They'd probably find an indictment for you because you were mean to the president of the United States. And I thought his initial response was just so pathetic. He goes, "Which one?" As if he hasn't been openly campaigning for himself to get the Nobel Peace Prize award. He is so offended and such a child that he couldn't congratulate the winner. Instead, he had to rake off some accomplishments instead of congratulating her, and pretended to not know what the award was. But it actually got even worse, if you can believe it. He said the winner, who, by the way, her name is Maria Corina Machado. Instead of saying her name, he just said,
on them because they're giving out the Nobel Peace Prize tomorrow. He grabbed them by the PC and they liked it. Trump wants that Nobel Prize so bad. I've seen a lot of Oscar and Emmy campaigns, but no one has ever vied for an award more vigorously than our Dalai Lama.
Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't do anything. They gave it to Obama for doing absolutely nothing. He got the Nobel Prize for doing nothing. They should give me the Nobel Prize. Everyone says that I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. I had so many people, you should get the Nobel Prize. I was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I got the Nobel Peace Prize nomination. I got nominated for the Nobel Prize. Where's my Nobel Peace Prize? They don't talk about it. A Peace Prize Nobel nomination, and they didn't cover it. And I don't care, but I'm not looking for it. I'm not politicking for it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of unfairness in this world.
Yeah, well, you know what? No one has suffered more unfairness than him. He's had it hard, guys. He's had it really hard. He claims he's not politicking for the Peace Prize, which must be why the White House posted this very subtle message calling him the Peace President. The Peace President is sending a platoon to invade a yoga studio in Portland right now. This is all you need to know about how we're being perceived around the world. Norway braces for Trump's reaction if he does not win the Nobel Peace Prize. That's not a headline from The Onion. That's real. The government of Norway is scared he might punish them, that he might declare them an enemy for not giving him the Nobel Peace Prize. Give me that Peace Prize or I'll stick it up your Aurora Borealis. No president has ever...
How do you rate your chances of winning the Nobel Peace Prize tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. Look, I made 7 deals, and now it's 8. Solved the wars, one going 31 years, one going 34 years, one going 35 years, one going 10 years. I made 7 deals. This would be number 8. I don't know what they're going to do, really, but I know this, that nobody in history has solved 8 wars in a period of 9 months. And I've stopped 8 wars. So that's never happened before. But they'll have to do what they do. Whatever they do is fine. I know this. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I saved a lot of lives.
To the pumpkin patch and enter the biggest pumpkin competition and submit yourself. Guaranteed win, babes. Hurry! First place is waiting for you. What are you waiting for? Go! Oh, Trump didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize. You know who has won it, though? Obama. He's won it. So that means you're like a really bad president because you didn't even win it, but Obama did because you're like really bad.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Imagine, guys, just a woman win a Nobel Prize over Trump. Oh my God. So guys, let's dive in. Here is the video. Remember, the credit goes to the direct owner of the video. I'll be back.
Talk about how insane this is. I'm sure by now you've heard that Donald Trump did not win the Nobel Peace Prize. Surprise, surprise, right? Of course, that orange piece of shit was never going to win the Nobel Peace Prize. But some of the reaction to him not winning the Peace Prize, it just shows you how insane, really, the entire world is now that the United States has elected this criminal as president. Let me read just a little bit of a Bloomberg article for you. Here's the headline: World awaits blowback as the Nobel slips from Trump's hands. In awarding the Peace Prize to Maria Corina Machado of Venezuela, the Norwegian Nobel Committee recognized, quote, a woman who keeps the flame of democracy burning amid a growing darkness. Now just take that sentence for a minute. Can you think of anything that is more opposite, just the complete opposite of Donald Trump? Everything that Donald Trump is not, or everything that Donald Trump hates, a woman who keeps the flame of democracy burning amid a growing darkness. Donald Trump is the growing darkness. Let me continue. It's hard to predict how that will go down with a U.S. president who famously prefers to keep the spotlight on himself. To Donald Trump, the announcement that the Nobel Peace Prize has once again been awarded to someone else risks registering as the latest ignominy in a lifetime of rejection by elites. The question is how he might register that indignation. And I just want to read one final little part of this thing here. This is where it really is insane. In Norway, politicians are bracing for the possibility Trump might punish the country through tariffs or targeting the country's sovereign wealth fund. More generally, world leaders will be watching to see if the loss drives Trump away from joint diplomatic efforts. I mean, just think about that. In Norway, politicians are bracing for the possibility Trump might punish the country because he didn't win a peace prize. The headline of this: world awaits blowback from the President of the United States, who is butthurt because he didn't win a peace prize. I mean, is anyone else picking up on this irony, or is it just me? I mean, the idea that a man who, if he doesn't win a peace prize, the whole world will be expecting him to retaliate in some way, and that man actually thought that he was going to be awarded a peace prize. This scumbag never had any chance of being awarded the Peace Prize. I don't know You know, they all convinced themselves on the MAGA right that Trump was going to win a peace prize because they all believed the bullshit that he ended 7 wars. Is it even 7 wars anymore, or has he added to that list of bullshit that he claimed?
So Trump did not win the Nobel Peace Prize. And Gavin Newsom posted, "What a loser," and MAGA is mad. Trump is the only person with a rightful claim to this prize. He's no Caesar, but peace has always been his priority. Where's your Nobel Prize? You are not a leader. You are a criminal and a huge loser. You are the loser. Decent people see through your facade. It gets clearer each day. What is done in secret will be exposed by the light. God will not be mocked. You will reap what you have been sown. You weren't even in the conversation, shit stain. The fact that Donald Trump even thought he would win this prize is wild. Demonizing half of the country, calling them domestic terrorists. He's going after free speech, silencing anyone who criticizes him, and he's deploying the military on American soil against citizens. He's attacking journalists if they criticize him or ask the wrong question. He threatens to sue or jail anyone who criticizes him. He has threatened to withhold federal funding from colleges that speak out against him, or if they support any programs that he does not agree with. Mind you, these colleges are the top research programs in the country. So no, he does not deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. He is literally terrorizing his own country.
I am fucking pissed this morning. Are you telling me Donald Trump did not win the Nobel Peace Prize? They gave it to her from Venezuela? Are you serious? Donald Trump has brokered 100 different peace treaties in Africa. Donald Trump has brought NSYNC back together. Boyz II Men is talking to each other again. Caitlyn Jenner is talking to her kids again. Do you see what Donald Trump is doing in Washington, D.C., Chicago, Oregon? This man has got peace written all over his fucking forehead. How much more does he have to do? We're talking about the Ukraine, Russia, Iran, Gaza, Israel, 100 different continents. What does this man have to do to get a Nobel Peace Prize? This man has indicted Latricia James, Obama, Comey, both anyone who has screwed with Trump has paid for it. And I'm saying that just so that you know that we fucking see you. And we're coming for you, Nobel Peace Prize. You got 3 years to get this shit right. This man has brokered more peace deals in 9 months that the average presidents have done in the last 200 years. Do you understand? This is one of the greatest men that has ever walked the earth. And you're telling me you couldn't give him a Nobel Peace Prize? This is fucking ridiculous. One of the greatest men to walk. Jesus, CK, Donald Trump, John the Baptist. And you couldn't give him a Nobel Peace Prize? And he's in the top 5. He's on Mount Rushmore. And you couldn't give him a fucking Peace Prize. This is bullshit. What it is, it's a liberal fucking conspiracy. Alright? This is bullshit.
Hi, Donald, baby, please calm down. I know you're angry about not winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Please stop crying. I know, it's crazy. I cannot believe that Maria Corina Machado, the Venezuelan opposition leader, has won it over you. I really can't believe it. She won it for promoting democracy over dictatorship. That's not fair. That's what you do. I know. I told the Nobel Peace Prize people that. I told them that.
They cheated elections, and you call them on it, and they want to put you in jail.
And of course, I told them as well that no political leader in the whole world has inspired their supporters to love democracy as much as you.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness.
I know, it's disgusting. I mean, they're treating you like you rolled out the red carpet for a dictator or something.
You see President Trump now clapping for President Putin.
Or like you were abusing your political power to go after your political opponents, exactly.
And Trump and his team are ramping up efforts to deploy the National Guard to Democratic-led cities.
I mean, they're saying Maria is a unifying figure. Maybe that's why she No, you're a unifying figure too. Yeah, no, you're right, yeah.
I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
Maria's a DEI Nobel Prize winner. That is absolutely what's happened here, absolutely.
I wake up this morning and I find out that I do not get the Nobel Peace Prize. And some woman from Venezuela, she got it, Maria Machado or whatever her name is. And then Obama gets one, and I don't get one. It's terrible. And I'm going to go wipe my tears, and I'm going to hide in my basement in the White House. Hopefully there's a lot of gold down there. Lots of gold, so I can look at it and pretend like I'm normal.
Okay, guys, Nobel Prize is not about fame, money. It's all about someone who bring peace to his country, even outside of the country. And imagine just Trump. He was waiting this Nobel Prize. I don't know, it's because he wants just this Nobel Prize to be part of his historically. But the Nobel Prize, it should go to the person who maintain peace in different area. But now what you see, what happened in America, instead of people being together, they are divided. So guys, let's keep watching the clip. I'll be back.
Donald Trump did not get the Nobel Prize this morning, and he and the White House are hopping mad, claiming it was a DEI hire because a Latino woman got the prize. She's the opposition leader in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado, and they said she didn't deserve it, Trump did. Now let's remind you who gets the Nobel Peace Prize. The person who shall have done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations and the abolition or reduction of standing armies and the formation and spreading of peace congresses. Donald Trump, building up the military more, Department of War come to mind. Fraternity between nations, he turned on the entire world. They hate us now. He's also threatened war 8 or 10 times now. Greenland comes to mind, among other things. He's also declared war on us domestically. And peace, maybe with Israel. We'll see with Gaza. Let me show you what Trump's White House is claiming about the award. Here's Trump's communication director, Stephen Chung, parroting North Korea. President Trump will continue making peace deals, ending wars and saving lives. He has the heart of a humanitarian, and there will never be anyone like him who can move mountains with the sheer force of his will. The Nobel Committee proved they place politics over peace. First of all, really good idea to attack the Nobel Committee. I love that because good way to get the prize. By the way, it was too late for... We knew this was going to happen. It was too late for Trump to get the prize this year, especially for Gaza. They've got to have the nominations in by like February 1st. This Gaza thing happened in the last 2 days. It was too late. But we knew Trump was so dumb that he was going to go, I'm angry, I didn't get it. And now they're attacking the Nobel Committee. He had a chance next year. They've now attacked the committee. And then Trump's top advisor, Laura Loomer, said this. Imagine thinking a woman who cries nonstop about Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela has done more for the world than President Trump. What an absolute joke. Everyone knows President Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. More affirmative action. Nonsense. So they're calling her a DEI hire. And of course, you know, Trump's losing it because a Latino woman beat him. Now, why does Trump say he deserves the Nobel Prize? Because he claims, I've solved 8 or 9 wars. Millions of people would have died in India and Pakistan. No, they wouldn't. India and Pakistan had a skirmish for one day. One bombed one bombed the other, that was it. And India even Trump claimed credit for resolving it, and India goes, no. Millions would have died. Then there's the larger issue of, even if Trump did solve some wars, do you give the Nobel Prize to a racist, fascist, warmongering criminal? Do you? I mean, Trump is the worst president in American history. He's a criminal. He's an authoritarian. He's a fascist. He's trying to eliminate democracy in America. He has created animosity all over the world. He's declared war multiple times now already, right? He's blowing up people in the Caribbean illegally, committing war crimes. He attacked Iran. I'm all for going after Iran, but that was, you know, you don't get a Nobel Peace Prize for declaring war on Iran. Do you really get the Nobel Peace Prize when you're a warmonger? Really? Not to mention he declared war at home. In a year, by the time they do the next award, we could no longer have democracy in this country. We could have full out, I mean, we've already got fascism, we could have a full out dictatorship in this country. He could already have called off the election at that point, because the election will be next year at this time. Gavin Newsom of California says he thinks it's getting called off. Final point here. You know who deserves the Nobel Prize? Gavin Newsom and Governor Pritzker. The resistance deserves the Nobel Prize. Just like in Venezuela, they picked the resistance to autocratic dictators to get the Nobel Peace Prize. Who should be nominated next year is every single one of you and every single one of us. And that will surely tick Trump off, but that is somebody who is meritorious of getting the Nobel Peace Prize. And we just
Donald Trump's quest for a Nobel Peace Prize has come to an end, and his weekend has been ruined. Now today, the Nobel Prize Committee has awarded the Nobel Peace Prize to Maria Corina Machado, who is the opposition leader in Venezuela, who's fighting against a dictatorship and for democracy. Quite the opposite of what we're seeing here. And the crying has already begun. MAGA across social media are claiming the whole thing was rigged, or that the committee just has TDS. Fox News put out a story that centers around Donald Trump being denied instead of somebody winning the award. And the truth is, Donald Trump will never win this award, because for him, peace is a part-time thing. You cannot separate families in your own country and cause the havoc that we're seeing here. You can't threaten to invade Greenland or take over the Panama Canal. You can't participate in a war and then say you created peace. Donald Trump has no chance of winning this award this year, next year, or the year after that. So he's going to feel this disappointment every year for the rest of his life.
Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to? Why can't you treat me the way I would be treated by any stranger on the street? Because I am not one of your fans!
Hello world, sorry, I'm just watching the news. I can't help it, but poor old Donald Trump didn't get the Peace Prize. It went to someone I've never bloody heard of. And I think it's so bloody funny. His whole life is, I want the Peace Prize, and he lost it to a woman that nobody knows. She's a Venezuelan or something. Sorry. It's just so bloody funny. I can't. Oh, the poor old guy must be crapping in his pants now. What have I got to do? I've stopped 1,000 wars. Everybody's eating the food they need because of me. I've done 1 billion things right, and I still can't get the bloody Peace Prize.
Okay, guys, what makes Trump very sad? It's about losing front of the woman, Maria from Venezuela, who won the Nobel Prize. It's a big shame. As you know, Trump, he wants everything just to coming to him. And this woman, she was really fighting for freedom. She was fighting for human rights. While Trump, he was focusing on deportation of Venezuelans. So this is the outcoming about the Nobel Prize. It's not only that there is so many criteria. I'm not coming just to defend about the Nobel Prize giving process, but I'm talking about how Trump, he was focusing on deportation and other stuff which are not important, instead of maintaining peace. So then at the end of the day, he's complaining about Obama, he didn't deserve this Nobel Prize and so on. He listed the name of people, but what I see, this women, she deserve it. Even the family of Magas, I see really, they are black Magas and white, all of them, they are not happy about how Donald Trump lose this Nobel Prize. Trump losing this Nobel Prize is not about only losing Nobel Prize. There is so many things just which, if you remember how Trump, he was just even making about American first. What does it mean? Because just that about saying just you are looking only for your people, or you are maintaining peace only in your place. But Nobel Prize is not only just about your place. It's broad wide. People just, they are watching your action. It's not about pride, Nobel Prize. It's about the action, what you do, or how how you maintain peace in different area. But Trump, when he missed this Nobel Prize, he gave so many reasons why he missed this Nobel Prize. So guys, I think that the Nobel Prize is about, when you remember Trump, he was even busy with deportation about different immigrants and where those immigrants went. So you see also the Nobel Prize, there is so many things, just there's so many points they see to reward you about the peace what you maintain. But I'm so sorry for Maga, how really they are crying and showing what their sympathy to Trump, how he lose or even how they lose. But guys, this Nobel Prize is not about money. It's not about BFM. It's about the life of people you save. So now my question to Maga, Donald Trump, did he deserve this Nobel Prize? I think that I need a comment in the comment section, guys. So if he deserves it, why? Because at the end of the day, this content is for educational purpose. If I'm wrong, just you can correct me in the comment section politely. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe if it's your first time. See you for the next video.